Todd? Sure, come on up, Mason. Okay, so the test is just like this. There's only, what is it, 15 points, 16, something like that, questions?
Yeah, 15.
Okay, so the first ones are the absolute easiest ones. No one better get these wrong. To write an equation in slope-intercept form, you need m and you need b, which m is slope, b is the y-intercept. So you don't need to find anything, it's all given to you. So it's y equals 5x plus 5. M is 5, b is 5. This would be y equals 2x minus 8. Alright? Then you get into the ones where you got to find a little more. To write the equation passing through the point with the given slope, they give you m, that part, so you've got to figure out what the b is. And that's why they give you a point. This is an x and a y, and you have the m. So you just plug it into y equals mx plus b. Put the 5 in for the y, negative 1 in for m, x is 4, plus b, and then you solve it. So negative 1 times 4 is negative 4, so I would just have to add 4, and you'd get 9 equals b. So then don't forget, a lot of times people go through all this work, they forget to write the equation. The answer is y equals negative 1x, which you could just put negative x if you wanted to, plus 9. So you got to do the same thing here. They give you the slope, you got to find b. So you put this in for y, this in for m, this in for x, plus b. So 1/5 times 5 cancels, it's just 1. So all you got to do is subtract 1 and you get 9 equals b. Same as this one, huh?
Wait, isn't it negative 10?
Yeah, it's negative.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's a negative 10. So it'd be negative 11. So the answer is y equals 1/5 x minus 11. So now these three problems are just one step further. Here they gave us the m, we had to find b. Here we've got to find m and b. And then once you have them, you can write the equation. So remember, the slope is y minus y over x minus x. Remember to do the y's on top. It's easy to get those mixed around, then you'll get them both wrong. So y minus y, 3 take away 11 is negative 8. X minus x, 2 take away 6 is negative 4. So that just simplifies to 2. So
You could do like
11
minus.
you could have went the other way, yep. I could have just went 11 minus 3 is positive 8, 6 minus 2 is positive 4, and you'd get the same answer. So once you do that, now you do exactly what we did up here. It's just you pick which point you want to use. So I'll just pick this one. Put this in for y, this in for m, this in for x, plus b, and then you solve it. 2 times 2 is 4, so to get rid of it, you subtract 4, and you get negative 1 equals b. So the answer is y equals 2x minus 1. So the next one, you got to do the same thing. Y minus y over x minus x. And it doesn't matter which way you subtract, as long as you do it the same way. So I could just take this y minus that y, and I'd get 2. And this minus that is 2. So 2 over 2 is 1. So then pick a point. Anything with zeros and ones is usually easy to work with, so I'll pick that one. put the 1 in for y, the m is 1, the x is 1, plus b. 1 times 1 is 1. So when you subtract 1, you get 0 for b.
So y equals x.
Yep, so it'd just be y equals 1x plus 0, which you could just write as y equals x. Either one would be correct.
So if we put y equals 1x in that.
Yep. This is just 1x is x. Okay, this one, y take away y is 9. 9 minus 0 is 9. Negative 5, take away negative 2. Remember, to get those correct, you can use calculator if you need to. So this is just change the sign, you get negative 3. 9 over negative 3 is negative 3. So then pick one of the points. If I choose that one, put 0 in for y. M is negative 3, x is negative 2, plus b. Negative times negative is positive 6. So subtract 6 and you get negative 6 equals b. So the equation is y equals negative 3x minus 6. So now these two are really just exactly like these two, where instead of just giving you the 2 points, they plot them there for you. So you got to do the same thing. It's just these are a little easier. The slope, remember, you can use any 2 points where I know it crosses. I could use this, but I could also use this, right? It does go by 2's, so this goes actually up 2 and over 8.
1/4.
Yep. So if you would have went from the dots they gave you, this goes up 1 and over 4, you would have got it right away. And you need to go through all the work to figure out what B is?
No,
Why not?
it shows.
It's right there.
You can see it. It's right there. B is just where it crosses the y-intercept, the y-axis. That's why they call it the y-intercept. So B is negative 2. So then you can just write it y equals 1/4 x minus 2. Same thing here. They put the actual numbers in there for you for the rise and run instead of you having to do it yourself. So make sure you put them in the correct order though. Some people will put 3 over 2. It's 2 over 3. Remember, it's rise over run. They do that on purpose to try and get you to mess up. Otherwise, what they should have done is put the 2 over here and the 3 right there. And then again, the B, you could figure it out the way we did before, but you could just look at it. It crosses at 0. So it's just y equals 2/3 x plus 0, which you could leave off if you wanted to.
Is there gonna be any on the test where we actually have to find b?
On the graph?
Yeah.
No, I think you can see them on the graphs.
Otherwise you just.
Otherwise, you do it just like up here.
Yeah.
And then these two, again, these are the simplest ones as long as you can remember it. Here's, write the equation in standard form of the horizontal and vertical lines. Standard form you don't need to worry about on these because there's only one way to write them. This one crosses through right there. So it crosses the y-axis at 2. This one crosses right there. That's why they give you the point so you can distinguish between a line and the axis. So this one crosses the x-axis at negative 3. So that's all it is when they're horizontal and vertical. So it really doesn't matter standard form or not. That's the only way you can write these kind of equations. So then we get into writing them in standard form, which just means the x and y on the same side. But you gotta remember this, you don't want any fractions
Or this.
or decimals. And you don't, x can't be negative. So on this one, when you move it over, remember anytime you move something, it just changes sign. So this would just change to 11x, positive 11x, plus y equals negative 4. And you're done. You got the x and y on the same side. There's no fractions. X isn't negative. Here, all I gotta do, the x and y are already right there, so get that 2 out of there. It's a plus, so subtract 2. And you'd have x minus 8y equals negative 2. And then this one has the couple steps you gotta do. Yeah. Move this over, it would change to positive 2/3 x plus y equals negative 1, because that just stays there. Take all three terms by the common denominator, which there is only one, 3. So when you do that, the 3's cancel, you're left with 2x. 3 times y is 3y. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Okay, then the last part is the scatter plot and line of best fit, which if you can write the equation of the line using the graphing calculators, go ahead. Otherwise, you gotta do it like, you'd have to draw your line and pick 2 points and find it like you would do it here. So we gotta plot these. The x's have to go up to 6, the y is up to 9, so it looks like there's plenty. So plot each point, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 7, 5, 7, and 6, 9. So this is where you could get different answers. The line of best fit, I would say, pretty close there. So once you have that, again, if you remember how to use it on the graphing calculator, that's fine with me, if you know how to do it. If not, what you've got to do is pick 2 points that are on this line. So when you do draw this line, you do want to kind of get it so it does cross 2 points. I didn't draw it, I didn't have a ruler, but I would choose this point. And then, you know, as you follow, probably right there. Or that would be my next one. But now I would pick this one myself, you know why? That's B right there. 0, 0. That's the y-intercept. For me. So, but again, if you don't have it cross at a certain point, remember you choose your 2 points. This is 3, 6, and this is 0, 4. And then all you gotta do is find the equation just like you did back on this problem, these problems, where you have 2 points and you write the equation. What works out nice here is my slope for me goes up 2 and over 3. And again, yours could be different because it's just how you put your line in there. And then for me, I did it, it worked out good because my B turns out to be at 4. You guys said yours is at 3? Okay. So, don't have to really figure anything out. Y equals 2/3 x plus 4. So just to see what it would be, so remember, you gotta go to the list and put these in for L1 and L2. Then you go to Stat, Calculate, LinReg, hit it again, and it turns out to be so I had 0.666, this slope is 0.829. And then 3.6 is actually where it would cross. The way they get this line of best fit is they measure from each point. And on one side it's pluses and on the other side it's minuses. And they take those distances and they add them together and they try to get them as close to 0 as possible. That's how the line of best fit goes in there. So is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
On the equation, y equals x plus, or whatever you got there.
Yep.
For 8 and 9, how do you get it on the end?
8 and 9.
How you got M?
Oh, remember your slope is just from one point to the next. So I could go from here to here. And since this goes by 2's and it's in the middle, it just goes up 1 and over 4.
Oh, okay.
Here they put the numbers in there for you. It rises 2 and it runs 3
Okay.
to get M. Any others?